Sunny spells and scattered showers. The week ahead looks fairly unsettled. I'll have more details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Monday, 2nd of...
All right, Laura, it's going to get very, very hot this month.
No.
I've been getting my advice from people who are not meeting.
Happened in spring. So just some number crunching. It was a record-breaking spring. We already know from last week that we had the sunniest spring the UK has ever recorded. We now have all the numbers in. 653 hours of sunshine for spring. That is 27 hours above our previous record, which was 2020, our COVID spring that many of us remember. Looking at our temperatures, it has been the warmest spring that we have ever recorded. Average is around 9.5 degrees. We are nearly 1.5 degrees above our average, so that is a record-breaking temperature. And with regards to our rainfall, it had a fairly wet end to spring. So at the moment, it looks like it's our 6th driest spring on record. We've had just over half of the rainfall we would normally have. We'll see all of the stats later on today from the Met Office to get down to the detail across the regions. But for the time being, the outlook is much more unsettled and fairly cool. But here's the why. High pressure dominated for a lot of spring, a lot of May, and that brought dry, settled, sunny conditions. Low pressure dominates for the rest of the week. And actually, it's signs it will last well until the middle, if not the end of the month. And that means it's cool and unsettled with spells of wind and rain, something we haven't seen for a long time. So this is how it looks for today. Today is
video of you doing a duet.
And then she came over. It was a beautiful Make-A-Wish Foundation ball where kids have their wishes who are very, very poorly. And she came and sang and chatted to the kids. And it was very special. Maybe
I think
that
we need to
wasn't
see
the
it a
most special
second
part.
time, because I don't think our viewers will have been fully ready for the moment.
There we go.
Oh, my God.
It's a moment of joy for all of us this morning. Well done, Laura.
Good morning to you. We are now in meteorological summer, but it is not like the weather got the memo. It is much more unsettled this week. High pressure brought us the record-breaking temperatures and sunshine from spring. Low pressure is in charge for the rest of the week, and it means spells of cloud, wind and rain most days. Today is the driest day of the week, the best of the sunshine before it grass pollen season that affects 95% of hay fever sufferers, and it stays high for much of this week. So let's see how things pan out as we head through the next 7 days. And there was a lot happening as we head through the rest of the week. So let's look across the north of the UK first of all. Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England, looking at our temperatures compared to where they should be, this white line, and we are below average. So I think it'd feel pretty chilly, the fact that we've been so used to this warm weather for much of May and much of spring. Percentage chance of rainfall, where you can see we're topped and tailed with dry weather, but in between we have our band of rain moving in tomorrow, then heavy showers for the rest of the week. Fortunes further south for England and Wales as we head through the next 7 days. Again, looking at our temperatures compared to where they should be. It is mild today, but that is the last of it because temperatures average or below for the rest of the week. And then percentage chance of rainfall, how likely we are to see wet weather. We start promising, fine and dry, but as I said, a band of heavy rain and strong winds moves in overnight for tomorrow, and that means the rest of the week is unsettled with some heavy showers. Signs it could turn drier by Sunday. Good morning to you. Today is the driest, brightest of the week. Plenty of sunshine around, temperatures a little above average, but it turns wet and windy from the west later, and that heralds a change that lasts for the rest of the week. So the latest satellite and radar, largely clear and dry. A few showers down the eastern coast of England, patchy cloud here and there through central and eastern areas. West moves in overnight tonight, and the rest of the week is much cooler and more unsettled. That's it for me for now. There's plenty more still to come. You're watching Good Morning Britain here on ITV1. Good morning to you. Now, the weather is dominated by, I'm afraid, unsettled conditions as we head through the next few days. Today is the driest, brightest day of the week. Plenty of sunshine greeting us first thing. The satellite and radar show it's largely clear and dry. A few showers across the northeast of England, and they'll continue to feed in through parts of East Anglia as we head through the afternoon, but plenty of sunshine. Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. After what has been the warmest and sunniest spring we have ever recorded, as soon as we've arrived into meteorological summer, the weather is changing. Today is largely fine and dry. Plenty of warmth and sunshine, but it turns wet and windy from the west later, and this heralds things to come for much of the rest of the week. First thing, it's clear and dry for most. A few showers across eastern areas of England. They'll move into East Anglia this afternoon. But away from here, fine with some decent sunshine. England and Wales, driest, sunniest and warmest, 22 our high. Starting to turn breezier across the northwest. We're looking at high teens, but here comes the wet and windy weather for overnight tonight.